Hi everybody, it's your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. Don't currently have anything in my hands, but there was a beautiful basket that I just did, and I can show you the picture because I gave it to the young lady right away. So that is one finished object. You all saw me working on my scarf, about this, and my eraser, the clasp, and the orange pencil. Well, I finished it. I got the rest of the pencil done, down to the little wooded section and the point of the pencil. So that's two finished objects. I don't know why I like to roll things, but I do. They just make for such neat storage. And y'all, my first, amigurumi? I did it. It's little, but it's mine. I made me a carrot. I am so excited with me, and no, I did not follow a tutorial or a pattern. This is all mine. This is my little carrot, and I made the little leaves at the top look like the little hair. They've got crocheted eyes and a crocheted smile. I'm so excited about this. I really am. It's like my little microphone, or just my little squishy. I'm excited about that. Now back to the whips. I got all the way up to the light pink. I have 2 more rounds of the variegated pink to go, and this blanket will be completed. I plan on doing that today. I have approximately I have approximately 10 more rounds to do on my green and yellow. I don't know how many I have to do on these. I'll just do these until they get up to 40 inches. Also, the 2 that are in the closet are still in the closet. Promised myself I wasn't pulling them out until I was ready to use them. I've been rolling cakes like crazy. I think you all might remember this one. Well, I made one where it doesn't look pretty, but I understand it. I made one where there's more color in them, so the rounds are a little tighter together, so it's not such big bands. I want to make the bands even smaller, or the color change even closer together, so I'll probably work with these 2 to see what I can come up with. Maybe 2 more whole cakes. Other cakes are just basically, when I finish with the yarn that I'm using, I'll just cake it up. And I have a light gray, I have a brown, I have a pecan, and I've got another watermelon that have been caked up. So that's where I am in my crochet world. Oh, I also did the pink. I finished that this morning, so I went in on and caked that up. As far as who to watch, please keep an eye on Auntie Maureen's channel, who is My Crochet Story. She still puts out those Be Still and Know every morning, and they're based on Bible verses. It's just a little snippet of inspiration. Yep. And I think they're very, very, very good. Very worth hearing. Also, Jennifer and her husband of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm back to the notebook, y'all. She and her husband, or she and her husband, have been dealing with the big C. So let's keep them in prayer. Also, Mama Kayla of Llama Mama Kayla. She's got a craft fair coming up. And we all know of her health issues. So please keep her in prayer. Lisa of Happy to Hook Crochet. Guys, now when I say that somebody has a craft show coming up, a craft fair, this coming weekend, Lisa's got a 3-day show. Next weekend, a 2-day show. The following weekend, a 1-day show. And then the following month, she has a multiple day show. I don't remember if it's 2 or 3, but she's busy. Let's keep the good juju and the prayers and the love going over those hands and over that yarn, that the yarn and the hook be cooperative, so that she can be blessed in the way it's intended for her. Okay, also Thriss of Thriss and Stitches. Please send her congratulations on her new grandbaby. I am so tickled for her. I really, really am. My heart just leaps with joy, because I know that even though my grandchildren aggravate the life out of me, I wouldn't change a thing. I would not. I know that in about a half hour I got to get up from here and go to the bus stop and get them. So yeah, I don't care how I feel. I get up and I go get my babies. I do. But I wanted to put that out there. What I want to talk to you about today, I said I was going to try to stray away from that somewhat, but I have to put this out here because this morning I had an encounter with a neighbor and a friend of that neighbor's. The neighbor asked me to perform my signature piece of poetry entitled I Used to Be Pretty. And I did it, and then the other lady, the guest, explained to me that she was trying to start a venue here in the Hampton area, and she wanted a couple of people to feature. And excuse me, she didn't think that I was what she was looking for. I'm a grown lady, I'm mature. And I was like, okay, I understand. And she says, well, what I don't understand is how this stuff could have happened to you as a child, and here you are a grown woman and you can't get over it. I mean, just get over it. Move on with your life. Y'all, I tried to walk away. I tried. But I had to step back and I had to say to her, ma'am, let me ask you something. Have you ever had anything negative happen to you in your life? Have you ever had your innocence taken away by a grown person? Have you ever had your womanhood taken away by strangers, even people you know? Have you ever been beat down because you were breathing? Or because you woke up? Or because you didn't say yes fast enough? I've never put myself in those positions. I said I didn't put myself in those positions, yet they happen. And I'm not harboring on them. I don't bring these up and try to suppress and deal with my past every single day, every single moment. I don't sit around and wait for the nightmares. I don't sit around and wait for these thoughts from me looking at TV and seeing a certain gesture, being reminded of these things. I don't sit here and listen to a song on the radio for the intent purpose of listening to a phrase that sounded like something that led up to me being snatched up out the bed by my hair and trying to throw me out of a window. I never asked for this. But thanks to God, a strong family, and my will, I made it through. And if you fail to get that out of my poetry, I can't be mad at you. But I'm not going to sit here and allow you to tell me how I should deal with what I've been through. The fact that I could stand there with a smile on my face is a testament to how I came through. Y'all, what I'm telling y'all is don't let anybody tell you how to deal with things in your past. I later summed it up for her and asked her, have you ever stumped a toe, to which she admitted that she did. I said, did you put yourself in that position? Did you put yourself in that position? Based on what you just said, you stumped your toe, and seconds later you acted like it didn't happen. She admitted that she had broken her toe, and I was like, so that means that you followed up. You went through procedures to try to make this situation better. So, did they cast it up or give you crutches? They didn't cast it, but they wrapped it, gave her a brace, and put her on crutches. I said, so you just threw all of that away, right? Because you're mature. You're old enough to deal with it and let it go. Well, no, I said, and because of you stumping your toe, do you not watch where you go now? Yes, I do. So it's always a lingering thought in the back of your mind. Especially when you get around furniture, low furniture, that may have protruding edges. You think about that, don't you? But do you sit around all day and think about it? No, I don't. Yes, I do think about it. I said, so what's the difference between you and me? And then I found out she was a preacher. I'm afraid for her congregation. I am terrified for her congregation because I don't know a single person who has PTSD who asked for it. I don't know not a one. PTSD is real. Depression is real. Anxiety disorder is real. OCD is real. Do you know that OCD is not a born, BORNED disorder? It's something that happens as a result of a trauma. I would say having your innocence taken away at the age of 4 and for it to last for 7 years is traumatic. I would say having your womanhood taken away 8 times in your life, one being your husband, is traumatic. I would say being snatched up out of bed simply because somebody had a bad day and thrown outside of your own place that's in your name that you pay rent for. It's traumatic. Yet and still, I didn't put myself in any of these positions. The latter, that person moved into my house without permission. I looked up one day, they had all of their stuff coming in their red car and was unloading stuff in my house. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm moving in, I got kicked out. No, 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 no. You about to mess up everything I got. You can't do that. Just give me 2 weeks, I'll find somewhere to go. That happened August 1st. It was the middle of October when they finally left. Not before cracking 2 ribs, breaking an arm, fracturing the the fibula. Not before doing all of that. Not before impregnating me and then beating that out of me, causing a miscarriage. Not before that. So all I'm saying to you all is, whatever traumatic experiences that you have experienced, nobody in this world has the right to tell you how to deal with it, how to get past it. When I do my poetry, it is not to tell you how to get past it. It is to show you that it can be done. And any psychologist, psychiatrist, or any person who deals with psychology in any way can tell you that people who talk about their tragedies are not trying to relive it. They are trying to deal with it. It is their way of coping with the situation. Can you imagine me sitting in a room with nothing around, no TV, no radio, nobody to talk to, nothing on the walls, just me, a bed, and a chair, and trying to deal with all of that? Neither can I. I want you all to be mindful. If you have a problem, if you have an issue, and you run across those people who try to get you to deal with it by telling you to forget about it or to move on, those are not your people. That's not your person. Take the time to find your person or your people. And I encourage everybody, whether you think you have issues or not, find you a good therapist. This life alone almost dictates that we have a therapist. Just day-to-day survival. But especially if you've been through something traumatic or something life-altering, please, your sanity is the most important thing there is. Ask me how I know. You cannot function properly. You cannot think properly. You cannot make proper decisions if your psyche isn't where it needs to be. And my suggestion is a psychologist or a therapist, not a psychiatrist. Please, not a psychiatrist, unless referred to by the therapist or the psychologist. Not everybody needs to be medicated, and that's what psychiatrists do. A lot can be handled by simple conversation, or better yet, writing. I've asked you all several times to please get a notebook, a diary, a journal, and just jot down 10 things every day that you like about yourself or what you've done. I just showed you 3 of mine from yesterday. I started and completed a basket. I started and completed a pencil, even though I started in the overnight hours. But I did my first y'all know what I'm saying. Origami, whatever it is. I did my first one. You know, I've made cakes. You know, my grandkids got them to clean up the living room before they left. There are a lot of accomplishment. What do I like about me? The fact that I'm sitting here and talking to you guys. The fact that I handled that situation earlier the way I did. No cussing. I got a little loud because when I get excited, I get loud. I will talk faster. I talk with my hands and I get louder. But I wasn't yelling. I didn't disrespect that lady in any way. You know, I didn't convey to her my feelings of fearing for her congregation. That's something that she and God got to deal with. A whole lot of things you got to let go and let God. And that's where we were. That's where we are. That's what we did. I'm ecstatic with my personal growth, and I'm ecstatic with the idea that those that matter can see that growth. So all I'm saying, y'all, is I know you've heard the phrase relax, relate, release. Know that I understand that not all things are easy to let go. You can let go of a large portion of a lot of things, but there are some things that you have to hold on to simply so you know how to make your next move. Whether you at the fork of that road and whether you take the right path or the left path. Whether you approach a small ditch, whether you step across, jump across, or walk until you get to the end and walk around. You have to choose the best decision for you. But please understand and know that I know and God knows that you didn't put yourself there. You didn't ask for these negative things to happen. My throat is so dry I probably sound like the worst frog in the world. Or a voice probably deeper than your husband's right now. I made me some ginger water. Okay, you guys, I am not going to keep you. I am not going to hold you up. I have let the passion pour through. And that's out of my concern and love for you. I can't tell anybody how to feel, but when I say that I love you, I am so real. I love each and every one of you simply because you exist. You're here. And regardless of the fact that I recently heard someone say something about the fact that they didn't, I believe they said they didn't trust people who say that I love you to be real. I'm real. And my emotions are real. And I don't just love you for the bad stuff that I went through, and you might be that little spark of positiveness, because I love those that are negative. The preacher that I encountered this morning, yes, she's a preacher, but I love her too. If I didn't, I wouldn't stop and give her the message that I gave her this morning. I only want to see all of you thrive, survive, and stay alive. But what I want to share with you also is the importance of loving yourself. Okay? You guys go about. Have a beautiful day. I might hop on here later. I can't say for sure. It depends on where life takes me. But until next time, guys, like I said, I love you. But I want you to focus on loving you too. Okay? Be easy. Peace.